Good morning. This is Chris the Old Guy Collector, and I thought I'd do a video of my personal collection. And this was a doozy. I actually had to work on this myself. It was just too much work, but I had to clean cards, I had to replace a box. Let this be a lesson for you. You have to have your cards in a sealed container, temperature, you know, environment that's safe. I lost some cards. I lost a total of 9, and the set that I put in a new box is a 1989 Topps box. 1989 Topps set. This is a good set. I got very lucky. None of my stars were damaged. In order to get any money out of this set, obviously you have to have your cards Tiffany or PSA 8 or 9 or 10. You know, this is what the box looked like, and the box was in a shed. I'm lucky I didn't have serious damage. If you take a look at it, water or grease or something got on it right there in the corner. It's things you just don't do and take advantage, think that they're going to stay safe, because, I mean, it could have been worse, but I recently moved, and I now have a temperature and controlled environment, a storage shed that I pay on with some other people in the family. Basically, you want something like that, or you got to have a dehumidifier in your house. If you are in a lower style house that's got like a basement area that's sealed, kind of like what I got. I'm in a dry environment now. I'm very fortunate, but I'm in the process of moving my cars into the storage unit after my move, and then I'm going to move them into eventually a house in a bigger place, but that takes time. So with that, I just wanted to show a few cards, and then I'll show you the stars. This is a nice set to have. It's a cheap set, 45 to 70, or 140, I think it was, if it's really good condition. You can build it cheap too. This is what the record breakers look like. Kevin McReynolds. Kevin McReynolds sets a major league record for 21 stolen bases and no caught stealing in '88. As you can see, they look, like that classic white design with the borders. I had to clean the cards and go through them, but you can see that they're in decent shape. I had some dust mites or whatever. I recommend I don't have a light blower hose like thing, but you could probably clean your cards lightly if you're careful. An air hose, but you just got to be really careful doing it. I don't want to do it myself, but I moved the cards into another box, and I noticed the ones that was damaged had like a brown stain, probably from water, from the warping of the inside the box, and it just went down the line, and it didn't get the rest of the cards. I mean, I was so fortunate because I sealed them in another box. So but water travels, you know. With that, I got another BCS box. I bought multiple boxes. It's 800 pieces because I knew that this was going to happen eventually. Doc Gooden. And you can see this is in really good condition. I took the stars out and put them in new sleeves. Just the stars that I say are worth, you know, the time if you wanted to grade them and make a real buck. You know, this set was overproduced too, like 88. But this is a great set for a starter for someone who wants to do a collection of the older cards. Alomar rookie. Ryan, that's probably a 8 or a 9 or a 10 maybe. I got multiples of that card. I moved years ago and I lost some cards in process. It's just a long story I don't want to get into, but I gave some cards to a neighbor down where I was, and I kept about 3/4 of my collection at the time. Most of the stuff I got rid of was commons, but I then moved into a house and I put some of my cards into a shed, and then I had majority of my major cards in my house. So and now I'm living in another house for the time being. Fred McGriff. Biggio rookie. It's probably an 8. There's a bump. I'll show you the bump on the card. It's just natural on the card. Right. There's nothing you can do about it. Right around in that area where the light is shining. It's in good condition, but it's just the contour of the card. Randy Johnson rookie. Some of these rookies, if they're in real good shape, can go. Randy Johnson's card can go for like $150 or more. Mattingly's card at a good shape is probably 40. Second year Cone. I couldn't take all the dust off the cards. I collected a little bit of dust. Did what I could. Some of the cards just had that classic outer rim cardboard feel to them. So they're just, you know, cardboard has a tendency in the environment to dry out. I was reading how to take, I mean, I'm going to try it myself, but you can actually take a bent corner and unbend it and then warp it, put it in the sunlight for about 30 minutes, take it out of the sunlight, and the card is supposed to contour back to normal. Well, I'm not a professional card cleaner, so I mean, if I have a card that's probably worth, say, $300, I may give it to a professional and maybe clean it and see if they can fix the ding, but most of my cards are 8s, 9s, or 10s. Our hobby, I should have these all in penny sleeves. Every single card should be in penny sleeves. It just saves you from getting dust mites and everything else, if you don't look at your cards on a regular basis, And when I say regular basis, it's at least once a month, where you can get them to air out, you can get them to clean, you can look at them, blow on them, see if there is anything on them. I think maybe with the contours of the cards, so you can see that it's just the cardboard layout, you know. But I had a dandy of a time. Jim Abbott's card is in this set. I don't know what number it is. Vince Coleman, one of the fastest players that ever played. Highly underrated. Gerald Young, another underrated player, good player. I actually got to see him play. He was their farm system team was playing exhibition ball against the Chiefs years ago, so I got to see him play. He had an assignment. Rick Cerrone. I got his autograph. Not his. I mean, it's on a card, but it's not. It's not a highly sought out autograph, so it's not worth anything really. Larry Sheets, Colbert, Mike Schmidt. I sent one of his older cards to PSA, and I'm waiting for it to be graded. It's still waiting. So this set is worth between 40 and 150 high grade if it's really good condition. Mine's probably worth, say, 60 or 80. It's stood the best of times. If you have it, and if just keep your cards in a safe place, okay, so you won't have to clean them. The material of the older cards is just flimsy compared to the newer cards. They have the temperature. They can withstand a higher temperature. They can withstand the laminate, though, can have a tendency to stick in hotter weather, like the 2001 cards that I went through. Greg Olson. Let's see if I can get a card out. Greg Jeffries card. Mel Hall, another player around from here. Port Byron. See, Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell, when he was traded, it was to the Giants. I got a cat that's trying to get my attention, so I won't be too long. But thanks for watching my video. Keep having any subscribers or it's the old guy collector. Everyone's getting up, so I got to keep quiet. So I have stuff already in lineup to do. Just a matter of time. Hold on to your Fred McGriffs, your Ozzie Smiths. There's supposed to be there he is right there. That's the card I wanted to show. One excess piece on the corner right there. Oh, the cat just moved the camera, so I gotta take care of the cat down here. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. This is a definite card to get. At a time, this card was worth some serious. I mean, I've seen this card as much as $8 to $12, but now it's unless it's in good condition. He was like Griffey, the top star back in the day. So they thought, and he still did fairly well for his career. So Okay. Thank you for listening to the Old Guy Collector.